All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ville Chillin', part of the Ville and ENT Network. My name is Aaron.
My name's Jack.
And I guess today we're kicking off our Parks of Kentucky series.
Fun times.
So we said we were going to do it, and we're actually doing it. So it's a start. I think we mentioned last video or whatever that we were starting with Bernheim. So
It was a little smoky, that Canadian smog kind of hit us a little bit, but we made it.
yeah, it's a little bit of an advisory this morning, but we weren't there too long. And it was a good time. I wasn't sure. We had a guest appearance from my daughter, and I wasn't sure if she was going to make it because, like I told you, she got scared when I told her we were going to a forest for some reason. So,
What'd you say, spooky
crazy.
Forest? Or
She
spooky
just said
woods?
scary. It was a scary. She didn't want to go to a scary forest. Yeah, she's crazy. So,
Well, and that was before she even knew anything about the Giants, right?
yeah, she did know about the Giants. That's why when we were talking about it at first, I kept calling it like giant statues.
Gotcha.
And then right before we left here, yeah, she found out that, or we just said giants, and she was like, not giants. So, the 4-year-old mind, man.
Had a good time, though.
Yeah, it was fun. And I guess we'll kind of take you along on our journey.
Let's go.
Do you have anything you wanted to mention before we get started?
No, just the normal. We've been, playing the video games on the side, got the rest on. You've been doing the drifting, and this morning that was fun.
Yeah.
But then other than that, let's go. Let's go to the
Let's
park.
go. Let's go to the park. All right. Well, so if you need to or want to learn more, I guess, about Bernheim, they have their website, bernheim.org. There's a lot here, so we're not really going to spend too much time covering it. Other than mentioning, which I don't see it on here, but they're bringing in new art installations in 2024.
Was that it right below?
This one?
Right below that.
This one? No.
No.
I'm not seeing it. But if you look up Bernheim art, or it's the Bernheim Land Project, landscape art, nature design, land, you'll find it. It's pretty cool. If there's any artists out there watching this before they choose artists, you can actually go on the website and apply to build an exhibit there.
Nice.
So,
and all that was kind of inspired because of the popularity of what we're about to talk here today, the Giants, right?
The Giants, yeah. Yeah, they said after the success of that, there it is, land,
Perfect.
experience of discovery. Landscape art, nature, and design. So you can submit a proposal, you can donate to help fund everything, because it's definitely a huge undertaking, and there's some other information down here, so. But yeah, like you said, the whole idea was inspired by the success of the Giants. And I mean, really, because they've been there for a couple years now, right? I was kind of shocked at how many people were there today, to be honest.
Right, just a random Sunday.
Just a random Sunday, yeah, like just before lunchtime, I guess, 11 o'clock. And yeah.
Well, and especially when it started, because they were created in, the artist, he created them in 2020. So at the time, everybody, everything was kind of locked down, because of COVID and stuff. So a lot of people, I think, who normally wouldn't know about it, people who probably wouldn't get outside and, be around nature at that time, they didn't have anything else to do. So they knew about it, so they went and did it. So yeah, I think that's how it's been able to, keep going.
Yeah, it's awesome. And it's awesome that they're working with, other artists. And they already have 2 exhibits planned for 2024 that we know of. And one of them's by someone from Boulder, Colorado. The second one is out of the country, and I don't want to get it wrong. I can't remember who it was, but it's in one of those articles. I want to say Norway for some reason, but I might be wrong.
Well, and I think the artist that did the Giants was from Norway, I think.
I know he wasn't from the U.S. I think you're right. But
Danish. Danish.
Okay, Danish. Yeah. So, either way, I think it's really awesome. It's awesome concepts, and it's way to bring entertainment and attraction to some of these places that otherwise don't see it. And I guess before we get started, I don't think they necessarily charge anything for entrance when you pull up. They just kind of asked how many people were in the vehicle and then asked if we wanted to donate. And I mean, we did. We gave a little bit because why not? I mean, they're doing a lot, and it takes a lot of money to keep these things going. So
definitely well worth the donation.
Yeah, it was a good time. And so that you can see on the map here. Well, I guess if you're watching the video, you can see on the map. But the entrance is actually right off I-65. So if you're coming from Louisville, if you're headed south on I-65, you take the Clermont exit. It was exit 112, and then you just turn left on Clermont. You can follow the signs, and then it's literally just right on the right. So that's Clermont here, and then we pulled in this way, and then we actually have a little bit of video to kind of show the whole journey getting in, I guess. And there's actually there's a big old sign over here that says Forest Giants. We have this sped up just for the sake of time.
Nah, Aaron was speeding, y'all. Don't let him go too long.
Yeah. Hey, so is everybody else then.
Even though it was busy, there wasn't a lot of traffic, though. Like, getting in there, like, it was easy to find a parking spot.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Now, we did park towards the entrance, or I guess, like, the main parking lot for the Forest Giants, and then we we walked the path to see them all. But
one thing, make sure you prepare for ticks.
Yeah, I didn't get any. My daughter didn't get any, or at least I didn't get any that I know of. But her mom already checked her, and she's fine. So Jack was the unlucky one.
Man, just be safe.
I'm telling you, they liked the pants, man. We were both in shorts. They liked the pants.
I thought the pants protect you. They cling to it, man.
But you can already see here how big the place is, and there's a lot of open land, but there's also a lot of forest. And it's huge. If you see it on a map of Kentucky, it's a pretty big place. And then I think coming up here on the right is right where the first giant is. He's actually right there on the right side of the pond. That's Nis. And then, so this is pretty much where we just go park and
so we're talking about
figure it out. Figure out where we're going.
So it's 16,000 acres.
Bernheim is?
Yes, over 3 million trees that are spread out over that 16,000 acres too.
Yeah, I believe it. It's a big place. But yeah, they make it very easy to at least get to. My fear going to these kind of things is always, am I going to be able to find it and find my way out? But they have a lot of signs. So I've been in some like parks or forest areas that just don't really have a lot of signs, and you're just kind of like driving.
And the cool thing, the guy at the front, like, he gave us a map, so we knew where to go.
Oh man. Yeah, so this is where we ended up parking. So like I said, you come in this way, went this way, and then we parked right here. And we kind of got out and made our way over to Nis right there. And
we saw a bunch of there was a bunch of like wildflowers and
they have a.
Here we go.
Well, yeah, this is like walking up to Nis, and so yeah, they had like hollies. They had a like whole section for hollies, holly bushes, and holly trees, different types.
And then up here, I guess we'll see the turtles.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of turtles.
So yeah, there's Nis. I don't want to like spend a bunch of time on people we don't know, but sign by the pond there, because it was a pretty big pond, and like you said, a lot of turtles. Does it mention the turtles in the sign? I don't think I read the sign. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, so we saw that guy just chilling on the way when we got there. And then after that,
Timmy the turtle, dude, he was struggle busting on that log, but he was chilling.
But on the way back, we saw like 7, 8, 9 turtles in the water. It was wild.
Just sunbathing on a cloudy day.
So there's actually like a story behind the giants, right? Like a little fairy tale type thing, I guess. And I know Nis, it says he's the youngest, he's the baby, and he, in this portrayal, he's looking down at the pond because he just found his reflection, I think is what the sign said. I don't remember which sign said it, but yep.
It's really cool how like the artist even like captured like the curiosity too. Like it's almost like you can see in his face like how he's looking at it and in wonder.
Yeah. I'm okay showing her because that's my daughter, so I guess that's just is what it is. But you can see how big the statue is and like all the individual pieces. Like imagine the time that went into this. Another turtle picture. That's the turtle you were talking about.
That was the one that was like a little bit further away, but
yeah, he kept saying there's a turtle. I'm like, I don't see a turtle. I wanted to grab or let's see where. All right, more about this. So you can see, I'm guessing the water is usually a little bit higher because I don't think he's seeing much of a reflection there. But that was the goal of the exhibit. And
so after like a rainy day, I'm guessing it'll be all the way, the water would be all the way up to his hands.
More than likely. And so, yeah, ignore me, but yeah, you can see his face. It's kind of a face of wonder. And I mean, I just want to appreciate again, like the detail that goes in, like even up under the face where like you don't really see, you can only see it if you're like up under it, but like it's pretty good. It's pretty amazing.
Definitely fortunate to, that he chose, our area as one of the places to do his art.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so right here is where it says he likes to explore and is excited by his newest discovery, his reflection. So, pretty cool.
Really cool because it definitely, a lot of times it introduces, youngins into kind of art and nature, right? So,
yeah, exactly.
Your daughter,
Sorry for the planes. They're just loud today. But yeah, so this was on the way to the second one, right? That's when you took this picture. And out here is where that turtle was, right? The one that I couldn't see. This one. Because I know you.
This one's, I think, on that third bridge.
Oh, the third bridge.
Yeah, because that one was, I think, more of a straightaway. It's just a wide angle there.
Gotcha. Oh, that's actually the last one. Where is the second one? So yeah, the first one was Little Nis that we saw. And then, okay, this area.
There we go.
Is by the mom.
That's the second one, right?
It's the second one we saw. She's kind of in the middle. I can't remember her name though. I'm terrible.
Pretty sure she's pregnant.
Mama
too,
Lumari.
Like.
Yeah, she is. In the story that you can read on it, she's pregnant. And so this is like, I think they said this was an altar, but there was like seating areas and what looks like it could have been a cooking area or some kind of preparation area. And then she's just hanging out against a tree.
Just chilling.
Chilling.
It's a hot day.
It was a hot day, dude. It really was. And she's definitely, that's pretty giant, dude. Annabelle's like the size of a big toe. Yeah, Mama Lumari.
Okay, so the artist, what's his name? Thomas. What was it?
Bamboo.
Okay, so that's the artist we've been talking about the whole time. He's the one that's created these awesome pieces.
Oops. Yeah. And so here's, well, a little story about the trolls. So if you're interested, you can definitely, I guess, pause and read through that. Yeah. Yeah, it was on this whole plaque. She's goofy. And then after a little bit more of a trek, we came to this one, which is Little Alina. Yes. Oops.
Which Alina was a little bit further away from the mama. Mama giant, so she was just kind of chilling by herself.
Honestly, they both were. But I guess if you're a giant and you're taking giant steps, maybe it's not that far.
Right, they stand up, they could probably see them. I mean, we're over here, you know.
But yeah, they were definitely pretty spread out. It was a walk, but it was a good walk. It would have been better if it was a little cooler and we didn't have the smog going on, but it is what it is, and it was a good time. I keep going back to like these same ones.
It was a random Sunday, but I'm pretty sure you can go any day and it's still a fun time. So you could go on a Saturday, even when it's kind of busy. It's not too bad. You can still everyone's has a fun time.
Well, I mean, there's people there that aren't even there for the Giants too.
Right.
You know, it's not like every car that was in the parking lot was there for the Giants. They were doing their own thing, walking their own trails. They've seen it, so there was some. Quite a few people there for the Giants, which was surprising, but it was a good thing too. So that's the sign that I had said you would see turning in. So this is right on Clermont Drive, and so like before you can even really tell it's Bernheim Forest, it's like here's the Giants. You definitely can't miss it. This is another little cool map tool that they have for all of Bernheim. And I found it just by Googling Bernheim map. But it's a little more interactive, and you can see all the different like exhibits that they have. They have art all over the place and different like scientific exhibits. We saw a couple things about like some scientists who had done work there, and they have some pretty cool stuff.
They had a story about this one botanist who I guess discovered most of the wildflowers here in Kentucky. Like she was able to like identify and discover them, and then help preserve a lot of them. So they had a lot of little info documents about that throughout the park.
That's pretty cool. You can see here again. This is kind of where we park. There's a parking over here, and we just kind of follow, or wait, over here somewhere. But we followed the little road back to there's Nis. And then there's a trail that goes from there to Mama Lumari, and then a little bit further to Little Alina. So, and that's just 3 of the things that they have, 3 of the exhibits. And like we said, they got plans for more. So, pretty cool. Definitely not something you see every day. And so if you're a hiker or you like to go on walks, there's definitely a lot of walking trails here and a lot of territory. So I'm excited to see excuse me, what they do with the next exhibits. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And they had some other cool stuff we didn't get pictures of, like a big rock, like spiraling rock thing. They had some pretty cool stuff, so I'm excited.
And just like you said, just plans to grow and expand. So
Yeah.
definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah. So that was our adventure this Sunday, and I guess intro to our little Parks of Kentucky series. Of course, we could always end up going back. Of course, we're going back next year for the release of the new exhibit. But when weather's better, I wouldn't mind checking out some of these trails and stuff, because it looks like there's probably a lot to see.
Yeah, and
So
very diverse wildlife too. Like I was just looking on there between like the different like mammals and reptiles and stuff. It is one of the few places where there's still a lot of diversity here in Kentucky as far as like the wildlife.
cool. All right. I don't think I really have anything to say in closing.
Nope, just keep a lookout for other parks and recreations here in Kentucky.
And if there is anything, if you see this and you want to see something else, definitely drop a comment, tell us where we should go next. So with that, I guess we'll end it there. And
See y'all next time.
See you next time.